Hey guys, and welcome to a random episode of Behind the Crimes with your host, Michelle Sutton. I'm bored and I'm cleaning and I don't like it. So I figured I'd go live and chat with you guys while I clean. So I'm here. Hopefully, you guys will join me. Hello, who's here? You better not come around nobody. If you're sick, do not come around nobody. I don't want it. I don't want my kids to get it. Fox, are you feeling better? Are you feeling better? So, I'm going to wait a few minutes for others to join us. I'm feeling like odd. It just feels very odd. The whole environment right now just feels odd and off, and I don't want your Christmas present. I don't know, you guys. I just don't know. Oh, sister, I'm going to need to get up with you. I need 2 Benephylaxis till Monday. We're very sick. Very sick. I don't know where my little timing is. I'm not coming there. I'll meet you somewhere else. I should have hired a maid. Hey, Jay. I don't know where Mama's at. They were at Sam's Club earlier, and then they ran and picked up the paddleboard for me because I had Kella at the time and couldn't get over there, and I was scared it was going to get gone. So they went and picked up the paddleboard. But her and Daddy are out and about, so there's no telling where they're at. Wish my husband had hired a nanny for me for Christmas. That's what I should have asked for. Hate chores. Wheezy. Christmas is what you make of it, honey. You gotta make the best of. We'll get there in a minute. Let me finish this cleaning this kitchen first. Are you Christmas? My tree's up. However, my whole house did not get decorated this year, so that should tell you something, sister. Like, I literally only done the dining room, a little bit of the kitchen, and a little bit of my living room. That's sad, you guys. That is sad for me. That is very sad. Because the one thing about me is I love to decorate my home for the holidays, all of them. So, I mean, I hope he realizes that. I don't know. That's just always been my thing. Like, my parents still have me come decorate theirs. Bah humbug. I know. I think that's what everybody feels right now. I literally feel that's what everybody is feeling. Like everybody in the world. Like everything feels off this year. Like nothing seems. It's like we have literally lost the magic. And I just made a long Facebook post, okay? Because I was on Facebook and I made a long Facebook post because I got on Facebook and everybody is on there complaining about having no power and not having no water because of the storms, and they're fussing at the energy companies to get their power back on. And I understand that it is the holidays and it's Christmas, and that's exactly what people are saying. Come on, it's Christmas. Okay, well, just as much as they want and you want to spend your holidays with your family, so do these linemen that are out here working tirelessly around the clock, and they're not going to be home for Christmas with their family. This is our first Christmas where my husband will not be home for Christmas because he's working to turn people's power on. Not to mention, there are soldiers all across the world who are not going to be home to spend the holidays with their loved ones. There are missing kids and adults all over the country that aren't going to make it home, aren't going to be found in time. Then you've also got your first responders, your firemen, your policemen, your sheriff's departments, those people aren't going to be home because it's scheduled for them to work the holidays. So they're not going to get to spend time with their loved ones either. So literally it was like an epiphany for me because like we take these things every day for granted. Like we take having a house to live in. We take having power for granted. We take having heat for granted. And Christmas has always, as long as I could remember, like the most magical time of the year. Everybody's excited. Everybody is happy and joyful, and and you can't even go into town and have a good experience right now without somebody acting like they've lost their minds. That it's just hustle and bustle and nobody is appreciative of anything. Hey, Blind. And I just told him point blank, in a nice way, in a Southern Belle way, well, while you're sitting there in the dark with no power, look around and find something to be grateful for. Be grateful that you have a home that the power is just temporarily off in, not because you couldn't afford your power bill. Or, I mean, we have no control over nature, number one. But we also take the simple things for granted. Like, the presents that are under the tree, the children that are going to gather around the tree. Like, there's so much that we need to be grateful for, and just stop. Stop. Stand still and just embrace what this season means. Whether you are a Christian or not, this season is still a memorable season. So, where's Christmas gone? I know I'm grateful for some Def Leppard too, and Celine Dion right now. Y'all, somebody lost the tie to my bread. Found it. Supposed to be mad. I was fixing to be ungrateful because I can't stand a whole thing of bread to go bad because somebody didn't close it. I don't know. I just feel like, and I said this, even myself, I'm very, very, like, I take things for granted daily. I do. I take things for granted. We all do. But every now and then I have to eat my own slice of humble pie. And for the most part, I'm pretty grateful. And, for 7 years, I've been with a lineman, and we've been lucky so far because I knew going into this relationship that there was a big chance that, and who in the heck is using my Ugg towel in the kitchen? You might see Santa flying. I don't know. There's just so much that we take for granted now. And we're humans. That's to be expected. But I think it's time that we all just slow down. I mean, our lives are hectic. People grow up. Families grow apart. Our children grow up. And we're left with nothing but the memories. And at the end of the day, I want good memories. I don't want them to see mama pissed off at the world at Christmas. I don't want them to not be able to find the joy in the simple things. The simple things in life are easily overlooked because they're simple, but they're the most important. It's Christmas, okay? Let's be happy. I don't have any snow, so I can't throw snowballs. We didn't get snow. We didn't get ice. We got nothing but wind and cold. I mean, my mom is sick. She says she's better, but she still sounds horrible. So we haven't even made a final decision as to whether we're going to my mom's or not. Casey's sick, so she can't come to any of the festivities. So while you're laying there in your bed sick, you need to be thankful for all the years that you was able to get up. Yes, Brian, just take a deep breath, let it all out. Like, who cares if you don't like Cousin Larry that's going to be sitting next to you at the Christmas dinner table? Find something to be grateful about Uncle Larry, who nobody likes in the family. I'm sure there's something good in the man. Okay, it's those type of things that make the world a better place. That's all I'm saying. I don't have an Uncle Larry. And if you have an Uncle Larry, I'm sorry. It was just the first name that popped into my head. Cousin Vinny, too. You don't have to like him, but you're going to find something good in him. I'm sure there's something about Uncle Larry or Cousin Vinny or Uncle Buck, or we all have flaws. Yeah, just keep shoving food in his mouth. Oh, Jesus. I can't find none of my rags. It's going to make me mad. Guess I'm using this. Oh, terrible. Don't like using this. Oh, wait. I just found it. Oh, it'd help if I looked in the pile of clothes I just. And I'll tell you what I'm not grateful for. I'm not grateful that I have to sit here and clean my house. I guess the good thing about it, the silver lining is that I have a house to clean, and it's not that bad. Brian, YouTube is a great place to vent. Everybody does it. And Casey, you could always lay down and talk at the same time. But no, you do not need to come to Mama's. And I don't care for you to come to Mama's with it either. Sorry. I just don't. Oh, Brian, honey, I always get attacked no matter what I do. Even when I'm not in, even when I've been good and had nothing to do with anything, I get attacked. So don't worry about me, honey. It's kind of like the new norm for me. Like, if my name is not being brought up, something is wrong. Blonde. Why you gotta do that? Now you make me feel bad for telling people to find the good. I mean, that is horrible. And I'm sorry that you had to experience that. I just, the little ones is what you have to remember. Like, they need to see the adults find a positive and teach them how to find the positive in the ugly. Oh, you can share it with us. I mean, you could have shared that personally. You didn't have to like do it on here. You know, I listen. Yeah. I don't go anywhere hardly ever anymore. People people are crazy and they can't drive. So I just stay at home. I did. I got good stuff. I got 2 pairs of Hey Dudes. One was the booties and one was just regular loafers. And then I got a new pair of Ugg boots. And then I don't know what we're getting at my parents'. Or from my mother-in-law. I don't know either. Oh my god, my algorithm is so bad. That's why I've just been going like random lives trying to like break the algorithm. Like it is crazy that I don't know how the algorithm works, how I went from having hundreds of people watching to right now only 20 people watching. It's just crazy. I don't know. I'll worry about it after Christmas. Um, like episodes like this, I don't care because I'm not really covering a case. But when I'm covering the cases, like when I'm covering the cases, I would love to have more people watching and more input and more help. But we'll get by. So apparently, you guys, what time do your festivities start? Merry Christmas, Julie. Now, Celine, quit singing. What's she doing? She knows we can't clean without her singing. Waiting for you here inside my heart. Oh, Brian, I do. I do take time. And in between cases, like, I can't move on to another case. Sorry. I need a break. In between cases, like before I can start another case, I have to find one that like my heart is drawn to. It's the best way to explain it. Like I have to feel like that case is meant for me. So the office is coming along good if my husband could get my desk put up for me. But because he is not home and won't be home until after Christmas, we have to wait till after Christmas. Oh, thank you. It's the first time I've ever done anything like that. And there's more. I need to go and look and see if they've done like more of that interview, because there's more to that interview besides what we just saw. I don't know if they've done more. I'll look. Yeah, it's getting there. So so our house, the way it is laid out is when you get to the top of the stairs, there's this bonus room, like sitting room. Like I could always take and turn Fisher's bedroom into a office if I needed to, with him not being at home. But good morning, Kim. But I did take and decide to do it upstairs because we have the original fireplace mantle that was in my grandparents' house. We found it when we were taking care of my grandpa. We found it in the garage, and my husband redid it for me and made it into one of those, because I love decorating a mantle. So he took that fireplace and turned it into like one of those faux fireplaces, like the antique style. So I was going to set up in front of that, and then that way I can change out the pictures and stuff throughout the year to give us something to look at. The different decorate for the different holidays, because I always decorate that mantle anyways. So Brian, true crime has a way of doing that. It just takes one case. Just takes one case. Oh, we can watch it here. It was just a little interview that I did with the Cornelius, with Charlotte's news channel on Madalena's case and what we do in the true crime community, what our hopes are for this community. Let's see if I can find it. It was on this one. We go to Facebook. And let me. No, I do not do that. I'll be waiting for you inside home. Okay, give me a second. This is gonna take me a minute to get there. This is gonna be easier for me to go grab the link that I dropped in the chat. I'll be waiting for you inside home. Oh my goodness, we talk too much, people. Maybe not. I'm almost there. Oh, nope, that's my live. It can't be that hard. It's like right here, I know. Ah. Got it. Sorry. Took me a moment to find it. It's just a very small video, you guys. I done this yesterday too. It took it forever. Okay, we're just gonna sit here while we wait. Hello, 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 everyone. So I've cleaned up. Now, I've lost my thing. I'd lose my head if it wasn't attached. Why is this not playing? Oh.
Her missing. We just found out about it last week. Both of them are now in jail, charged with failing to report a missing child. Channel 9's crime reporter Hunter Signs is live in Cornelius. And Hunter, so many people have been moved by this case, not just locally, but nationwide.
Yeah, and so many people are plugged into this case. We are here outside of Madalena's home in Cornelius. This is the last place her mother says she saw her in late November. And now neighbors and people across the country continue to do what they can to spread the word.
These new photos released by police and the FBI show a joyful Madalena Khojakkari and her love of horses. The case of this 11-year-old, now missing for more than a month, has gripped this community.
I've kind of become consumed by the case.
Rochelle Charles lives in Cornelius and has 2 girls herself. For this mother, the heartbreaking case hits home.
My girls are 10 and 12, so she's right in between their age. And I just can't imagine the situation happening, to a little girl that age.
Investigators haven't said much about this disappearance, as many still wonder about the latest on the search efforts for her. With little to no family in the area, a community has come together to support Madalena.
Who's going to advocate for those that aren't able to voice for themselves? I mean, Madalena cannot voice for herself. We don't know where she's at.
Michelle Sutton is a missing child advocate. She and others are following the case and spreading the word online, including in this Facebook page named Where is Madalena Khojakkari? It has nearly 5,000 members and counting, sharing the latest developments on the case, praying the power of social media will pay off.
Because you don't know who you're friends with on social media most of the time. And so it may be someone who's in that area that shares that flyer that somebody else sees, or they shared your video and somebody else seen it, that has seen one of these children.
Efforts many hope will lead to a Christmas miracle and Madalena's safe return.
This is the time where we're spending together with our families, our kids, getting excited about Christmas. This little girl is missing.
And if you remember, on Wednesday, investigators went inside this home and came out with bags and a box of evidence. We still don't know what they took with them. That could be detailed in a search warrant. We've been trying to get our hands on that since Wednesday, but we are told we likely could get that search warrant on Wednesday of next week once the Mecklenburg County Courthouse opens back up after the holidays. We're live in Cornelius tonight. Hunter Signs, Channel 9, Eyewitness News.
Hunter, I know you'll stay on top of it. A lot of people interested to find out what within those bags. Thank you, Hunter. This is a developing story, of course. Check our WSOC News app for updates and make sure you have the breaking news push alerts turned on.
Ta-da! There you have it. So if you didn't get to see it last night,
on the Savannah.
if you didn't get to see the video last night, that is the video from the news clip from my interview, as well as one of the local moms. I don't, my heart is just torn over this situation. I was Duchess. They reached out asking if I would, give my point of view as what we do in the true crime community with the Facebook group and the YouTube channels. And there's quite a bit more to that interview. I hope it'll be played where we talk about, the good, the bad, the ugly of the true crime community. And then, there's parts where we talk about Madalena's case and what we feel. And then at the end of it, he did ask me if I could send a message to Madalena that if she could hear a message right now, what would it be? And I just simply was just like, Madalena, you have so many people that are loving and supporting you right now, all across the nation. Even further than that now, because the word has gotten out to Moldova. And so those people are feeling the same things that we're feeling this Christmas. I guess that's where my feelings are this year, with everything just feels so off. And I know I'm not the only person who feels like Christmas just doesn't feel like Christmas anymore. I mean, I hear it from lots of people. But I don't remember growing up and ever having these feelings of Christmas changing. And maybe I was just young and naive and just Christmas always felt the same. And now that, I have one that has grown and out of my house and 3 that are not babies anymore, that's why it feels different. And then you have life just changes so much. And COVID, I think, just messed us all up. And there's so many people sick and so many families that don't get together like they normally do because of others being sick. And I don't know. I wish I could just fix the world. Make everybody kind. Anyways, so Jen, I don't want grandkids. I don't want them. I just don't have that yearning, that longing to be a grandma. I don't know. I mean, like you think about it, you don't even see a whole lot of Christmas commercials. Even the advertisements for for Christmas shopping is not the same. Like everything has changed, and it is just I don't know. Well, hopefully, I'm not having one for a very long time. And then I plan to be like my grandma, like my mama, like my mama. Like they have, my parents have 8 grandkids, 2 bonus grandkids, and they ain't sitting around keeping grandkids. They are off living their happy-go-lucky lives, and that's what I plan to do. Like once my kids are grown, it's mama's time. Like we're going on any adventure that mama wants to go on when she wants to go on it. You had to go powder your bum. And that's what my parents do. Like they decide, oh, I want to go here, and they just up and go. You know, they just spent 2 weeks in Florida this summer. They did Disney and they did Disney and they did Universal. Like they did 1 week and 1 week. And that's not anything that we did growing up. We didn't go to Universal growing up. Like first time I ever went to Universal was the big, like right after things opened back up in Florida. Thank you. Yeah. And that's just, I mean, like, I don't know. We don't ask, we don't call my parents and say, hey, you want to keep the kids tonight? Like, we just don't do that. Like, never have. I don't know. That's just what I plan to do. I mean, I was young when I had kids. So the adventures were not something that I got to do a whole lot of. I didn't get to be very spontaneous, and I want to be spontaneous in my old age. Wow, 89? Brian, that's amazing. Most people do not live to be 89. I hate that your dad's no longer with you. I haven't gotten to experience the loss of a parent, just grandparents, and that is enough, and an aunt. And I will never, ever be prepared when it is my parents' turn. My parents bought a camper a few years ago. It went on the lot, bought it, paid it off, and they just up and go when they want. Yeah. So my oldest is 19 and he's military. So he's not at home. And then I have a 14, a 12. I have a 14-year-old and a 12-year-old boy. And we just recently, over the last couple of weeks, have started split custody. So the baby girl is the only one that is home full time. And so and that could be why it feels so different too. Like, this is all new to me. I've never not had my kids full time. I'm trying to embrace it. I'm trying to, be a good co-parent. This is what my kids want. I just don't like it, okay? I don't like it. Like, I've had them their whole lives by myself. So, hi, Cool Gamer. So, what is a family tradition, like your favorite family tradition that you do every year? Like, I found the positive in it, you guys. I always find the positive in the bad. It may take me a little bit, but I always find the positive. So I just want to know what family traditions you guys do that has never changed, like the one tradition. Games after you eat. Okay. We play games at my family's too, but they're not like board games or anything like that. They're just crazy Christmas games. But that's not like, that's just a tradition though. I mean, that's just something we started like as we all got older. You made this one, Arctic. Well, this one is just a sit around and just chit chat. I'm bored. I finished cleaning my house, and all the kids are gone right now because they all had other family. So the boys' dad does theirs the day before Christmas Eve, the night before Christmas Eve. So they get up Christmas Eve morning and do theirs. And then they go to their grandparents and do the big family. And then Kella went to her uncle's for their Christmas on her biological father's side. So, and then normally my husband is home, so I have stuff to do. RL, it does suck, but we've been doing the split parenting, the co-parenting over the holidays for 12 years. So we've kind of gotten it down pat, and it's been the same every year. Like, so the Christmas Eve night and Christmas Day were the two that I would not budge on. Like, any other holiday we can fight over, but Christmas Eve night, they're going to be home Christmas Eve night and with me Christmas morning. And then after we've done my family activities, they can go back to their dads if they choose. They don't usually choose to, but you have to learn that when it comes to co-parenting, it's, for me, it was getting over my selfishness and my jealousy and the thought of someone else having my time with my kids. That was my issues. So the one family tradition that my parents did and I continued on was that growing up, we would we'd be at my grandma's on Christmas Eve so late, and then we used to go looking at the lights and singing Christmas carols. We'd go to the rest homes and sing Christmas carols, and so we would get home really late. So we always, when we got home, Santa had already came. And so we would do ours Christmas Eve night after my grandmother's house. So that is the one tradition that I kept. And my kids have never figured it out, even though they know the truth. They haven't figured out how Santa comes. But if they think really hard, they will figure it out. Like I was just probably 5-6 years ago, found out who played SC. Thank you, KDM. So we get home and Santa's already came, and then, I mean, it also helps because we have to be at my mom's at 6:30 on Christmas morning. And that was because my sisters and I, when we grew up and were no longer at home, wanted to still come home for Christmas. So we always go home Christmas morning. My dad cooks breakfast and we just hang out together, and but my uncle is the one who always put ours out. And there was like years where when we started getting to the age where we questioned the story, I'm trying to be careful in case there's any kids listening. When we got to the age where we started questioning the story, my parents got creative. Okay, they got creative, and made us feel like, I mean, they always had a way to make us feel like he really was real every time. Like, my parents are the only reason that I did the whole SANTA. Like, they're the only reason I did it. Because if I could go back 19 years ago, I would have never have set out the first SANTA. I just wouldn't have. I would have done things completely different. But it's a tradition that was started, and I couldn't take it back. And now I have one that is right there on that age. So as soon as she says, Mom, I don't believe, Jesus, take the wheel, because Mama's going to have fun. So one year, I remember, and this is, y'all are going to laugh. Y'all are going to die at this story. Okay, so I'm sitting washing dishes, and I asked my mama, was he real, right? And she tells me, no, he's not. And I started crying, like crying. I don't know why I cried, but I cried. And I think it was more because my parents have been lying to me for all these years, but whatever. So here we are. So I'm like, okay, well, then, he's not real, move on. Well, that Christmas Eve, we get home and my sisters have their stuff laid out. Like, and they got everything they asked for. And I got nothing. My mama. Hello.
You guys come by here. Get that. Because I got to take Aiden's brother with me.
Okay.
So.
All right, I'll do that. I'm live and I'm telling them the story about the year I didn't believe. My mama, I remember that Christmas very, very well. All right, I'll see y'all in a little bit. All right, bye. See, she sounds horrible. I don't think she needs to be around people. Anyways, so my sisters, they got everything they wanted, and I'm sitting over here and I got nothing. Like, I'm watching them go through everything, and I have nothing from Santa. We are fixing to go to bed, and I still got nothing. And so I'm like not gonna let anybody see me cry. Not gonna let them see. I'm gonna be tough. They're not gonna see me cry. They're not gonna. Okay, well, I didn't believe, so I didn't receive. I'm gonna get over it. You know. My parents shut the front door, and all of my stuff was behind the front door, with this note from Santa. And telling me how much it broke his heart that I didn't believe, and all of the, just made me feel horrible for not believing, okay? Not believing. So I was like 12 at the time. I went back to believing in Santa Claus. Like, I never said he wasn't real ever again until I was older, like had kids of my own. And Santa still comes to my mom and daddy's every year. Then there was one year where when my sisters got to that age, that my uncle, which we didn't know at the time was who played Santa, but my uncle had come back from West Virginia, and he brought snow back with him. And so he made it looked like Santa had tracked snow through the yard, like with actual snow, and through the house. Like, it was, yeah, exactly. If you don't believe, you don't receive. That's exactly what my parents did. And I really thought about doing it this year to the two boys, because they have been so, I know he's real because I pay him a whole lot of money every year. Every year he gets a whole lot of money. 4 kids, y'all do the math. Okay. So my 2 middle boys, the 12 and 14-year-old, have decided that they'll just spit it out right in front of their sister, who still, she still believes, she still thinks that her elves, like, she was crying this morning because her elves left. Like, okay, so she still, but then when they say that stuff, she questions it. So I really thought about doing it this year to them, like hiding their stuff and being like, well, you kept saying he wasn't real. Sluggy, how old are your kids, though? My 12 and 14 and 19-year-old are not, like, going to care about the tracker. My 8-year-old, maybe. But we don't do the tracker because Santa comes before we get home. But I don't know. This year, my husband is not home. So it may have to be tomorrow morning that they get their stuff. Like, that's what my mom was calling for. She went and picked up the paddleboard for me. So I got to go to her house and pick up the paddleboard and get it back here. So it may be one of those situations. No, my youngest is 8. I wished I still had little ones. Maybe things would feel better. They're just like, ugh, this year. Like, my kids asked for absolutely nothing. Kella was the only one who had a list. The 8-year-old had a list. And this is what her list consisted of, you guys. Not going to lie to you. This is all that was on her list. Squishmallows, fidgets, 2 Junie B. Jones books, and clothes. Then she come back and said, well, I really don't need clothes. I just, want them. The 12 and 14-year-old asked for socks and underwear and jeans. Then the night before last, I'm finishing up. Yes, the books got taken off of her list because Fisher went and got them for me yesterday. He was out and about, so I was like, can you run by Barnes and Nobles and grab 2 of these? So he went and did that for me yesterday. Gave him my card. He went and done that yesterday. And then we have the 19-year-old, and he didn't ask for nothing. Fisher didn't ask for anything this year, so he's just getting money. And then the night before last, I was out finishing things when the 12-year-old asked for a pair of the Man Uggs. And I said, you're going to wait till after Christmas before you get any shoes, because I am not going back to another shoe store, because Mama had done been to every shoe store looking for these shoes that he wanted, that I thought he already had a pair of Air Force Ones, the white classic shoes, but Mama was wrong, and I was looking for the wrong shoes. So he's not getting those. So I told him he was just going to have to wait till after Christmas, because Mama messed up, and I wasn't going back. So what my kids are getting is a whole bunch of clothes, a paddleboard. One got a telescope, one got an agility ladder, soap, shampoo, deodorant, socks, underwear, and a cruise. Kristen, she loves to read. Loves to read. She gets that from her mama. And Triton loves to read. And Fisher loves to read. Because he come home and he was like, he's like, well, I was going to buy me a book, but they didn't have one of the 6 that I was looking for. And I was like, we could have ordered it on Amazon. It would have got here in time. Easton, no. Reading is not something you're going to get that child to do. So, I know, isn't Dutchie, like, she's just so naturally beautiful. Like, she just glows. But yeah, I decided that for now on, because they have everything to the point that they have nothing to ask for, that we're just going to do trips. Oh, Dee, I'm sorry. I would have come and helped decorate. You're right. There's always something to find that's a blessing in disguise. Ooh, yo, I'm hungry. But I was trying not to. Oh, you know what? It don't matter. I wasn't going to eat till I go to Mama's. Because Mama always. Mama's is the best place to go. Because Mama cooks everything from scratch. But she's not doing that this year. We're catering this year because my grandma was in her 80s and it's time for us to not expect so much from her. So we've tried this one other time. It didn't work. she didn't like it and she cooked the next year. So we'll see. It is what it is. Hold on, I'm gonna make me a hot pocket. Now, I got to get the energy to go get everything out of the car because there's so much stuff in the car. Yeah. My mama, that's just her love language. She loves to cook for people. And it's not going to be the same. Like, we're not going to have deviled eggs. We're not going to have mama's potatoes. We're not going to have mama's green beans. We're not going to have, so mama's chicken pie that everybody fights over. Like, literally fights over. Then you've got mama's dressing where people fight over the corners. Who's going to get in line to get the first corner? That's the family traditions that we have. Oh. I don't know. I haven't been outside. But it's 27 degrees right now. It's going to get down to 6 degrees tonight. That's colder than it was last night. Yeah, my mom was never a cooker. My mama never cooked, never baked. Like, that was not my mama's love language. Okay. My daddy is a cooker. He cooks and he bakes. But my mom did not have that love language. So, Kella just called. Hold on. Oh, well, that's cold for y'all. Like, 52 is cold for y'all. Well, you guys, it's not been this cold here in North Carolina where I'm at, in my area, since 1983. It's been 39 years. Oh, you're fine. Foxy, you're fine, honey. I got a call too. Someone's still on her way home. Oh, I wished it would snow here. I want a white Christmas.
call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message.
All of my fingernails have broken the last couple of days too. Yeah, we didn't get no snow. All the pine needles have fell off the pine trees in my backyard. A lot of things I cook from scratch. But then there's sometimes when you just got to just throw some things from the box together. Well, what are you sorry for? Nobody had Christmas. Nobody else had Christmas traditions. Right, Jinjin? Oh, no. We have a microwave for days like today. Because I was not going to go in there and cook me something when I can throw a Hot Pocket in the microwave. So, how many places do you have to go to? Like, just want to see if mine is the craziest. No, my baby sister, I think, has a crazier schedule than I do. Hers is pretty hectic. I mean, not this year because they have people sick on her husband's side of the family. Oh, that would be a good one. I watch Muppets Christmas and eat meats and cheeses and yummy stuff. Just tomorrow for family dinner. So, okay. This is what we do. Normally, we do Christmas Eve pajamas too. And we all have matching ones. But I didn't find any this year. So, we're not having matching pajamas this year. Plus, they don't even get to wear them that long. We have to eat Christmas breakfast. I know. I have never stayed home Christmas morning. in 20 years. Oh, this is the first time y'all have had matching pajamas? The only one that'll be upset about the matching pajamas is the soldier. He'll be the only one upset about it. Okay, so Christmas Eve night, 6:00, every year, my whole entire life, we went to Momo's. Even as we got older and had kids of our own, we still go to Momo's. That is the one thing that I do not give up. I don't. So Cody's side of the family, they have one tonight at the same time as my Momo's every year. They have his mom's side at her family gathering at the same time as my Momo's. So we just go to my Momo's. We don't go to that. We just go to my Momo's. Then we go to my mom's at 6:30 tomorrow morning. To my parents at 6:30 tomorrow morning. We leave there. We have a couple of hours, and then we have to go to his mom's, to his parents, for our family gathering. And then we head back, and Kelly goes to her aunt's, and the boys go wherever they want to go. And then it's a lot better now than it used to be. Like with my first marriage, oh my God, it was so hectic. There were so many places, and I'm like, why? Like the way my family does it, the whole entire family gets together at one time. We don't. And okay, well, when we were little and my granny was still alive, we did have to go to, we had that in there too, but aw, Lady Justice, you can come be with us. We'll be your family. Me too, Lady Justice. Now, you come be with my family, they just look crazy. But what'd she get? What'd Lily get? I haven't seen Emily the Criminal. I don't even know what it is. Because I haven't watched anything lately, except for My Sister Wives. I got caught up on it. My cinnamon rolls didn't make it to Christmas. No. Not even close to making it to Christmas. That's what my nieces and nephew got. That's what my two nieces got. I got them Morphe palettes. And then my youngest nephew, he got, I don't even know, some kind of toys because he just needed more. And then the older nephews are getting cash. You can never go wrong with the movie Elf. Like, you can never go wrong with the movie Elf. You guys, I think I'm going to take a nap before I have to go to my mama's. It's quiet. There's nobody in my house right now. I know, right? Nap it up. Like, if I go take a nap now, I can get 2 hours in. I got to be there at 6. But I don't know when Kella's coming home. So I have to take a nap right here on the couch. Because I won't hear her if I'm upstairs when she comes in. Are you in Cherokee? Yes. Everybody have a Merry Christmas. I hope you guys have an amazing time with your family and loved ones. Make memories. Share them with everyone. I want to know all about it. Come Monday, I want to know everything that you got. I already got mine because my husband can't keep a secret and he can't never make it to Christmas before I get my Christmas presents. And usually it is some type of shoe that I want. So I usually wear them to Christmas dinner. We can do a live tomorrow evening. Cody will probably be working. Sucks. My first Christmas with my husband working. But Christmas still has to go on. Oh yeah, I always get gifts that I like. I always. But anyways, Merry Christmas to each and every one of you. I hope your holidays filled with light and love, and you get everything that you were hoping for, and your kids get everything that they were hoping for, and they get to wake up with big, bushy, bright eyes and huge smiles. Jin, they were cute, and they are comfortable, and they are warm. And he also went and got. So I have had like all of the Uggs. I have the gray ones, the brown ones, the black ones, the crocheted looking ones. I have the booty ones. Like I have all of the Ugg boots. But the only pair that I have had since we've been together was the booties that he bought me a couple Christmases ago. So I've been wearing my Uggs since before he and I met. And them things squeak when I walk. So I've been asking for 3 years for new black ones. So that's what I got. So I got about $400 worth of shoes. I'm not spoiled. All right, you guys. I love y'all. I hope you have a wonderful Christmas. I will see y'all on the other side.